Hello, everyone. My name is Kita, and today we were playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Uh, what happened? Last episode, we, lost some people, and, our colony basically got mostly destroyed. So that's. I don't know how we're gonna deal with a lot of this, but we'll find out. For instance, Crash is gone. So is this. There's no more birthday cakes. Yep, this is gone too. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is gone. Anemone's not even outside. Wonder what that's about. That's kind of worrying. Oh, can't even leave that way anymore. This is a lot. This is a lot. So mostly, can we even leave? Can we even go outside? No, we can't. We're not even allowed to go outside at this point. Which is very interesting. Oh boy. So I guess what we're going to do is just engineering. Mourn, rebuild. Gee, those are our options. Oh my god. Rebuild, toughness, and organizing. I couldn't believe that. If I give you a Y, does it like... I wish when you hovered over these grayed out things, it was like, your life has been ruined, or something like that. You need to tell me what this gives? -100 stress. Okay. I guess we'll rebuild, because our stress is at 0 right now, so... The first month of quiet passes, each day plodding one after the other. You still have trouble sleeping in the classroom barracks, but there's nowhere else to go. Every day you wake with the others and try to make the best of it. Grief and anger come in waves, not just for you, but for everyone. Some days are better than others. You're assigned to help rebuild the walls. The first part of the month is spent just dragging away the wreckage, sorting it into salvage or recycling. By the time that's done, crews disassembling parts of the stratospheric have delivered enough salvage that you can begin work patching up the walls. A sense of urgency permeates the crew after everything people need to feel safe. This is on the working crew with you, something he does begrudgingly. Walls didn't help the first time, he grumbles whenever anyone asks for his opinion. We should just tear them all down and live like the animals do. If someone planted a bunch of buildings on my land, I'd be pissed off too. I'm not gonna say this is pointless. No, I'm gonna work hard. By the end of the month, you've made noticeable progress. There are other priorities and not a lot of construction material, but when last year's mushwood harvest is done drying out, you'll be able to do more. Even if Diz is right that it didn't help the first time, it's better than nothing. That's what I think, anyway. Better than just slacking off and wallowing in self-pity. Now let's do this, that. Oh, nice, we got +1 toughness. Is that a bug? I don't think we got any extra for heroic, and I think that may be a bug, but I'm not certain. We have a lot of toughness. The sun's finally dawn again on your birthday. You wake early and climb to the top of engineering to watch the first sun's watery rays break the horizon as the wormhole recedes across the sky. Dawn should represent hope after a long period of darkness, but this light only reveals the full extent of the damage to the colony. You've been having trouble sleeping like most people. It's hard to find rest crammed into the classroom with all the other kids and their families. And every time you close your eyes, you shake your head to clear the memories. You pull your blanket more tightly around your shoulders, not your blanket. That one's gone. And stare out as the sun rises on the horizon, meager and sickly. Hey kiddo, You hear then your dad comes and sits down beside you. I was looking for you. Nice view, huh? At least we got a rooftop patio out of the deal. He laughs at his own joke, then just sort of trails off with a sigh afterwards. He puts his arm around your shoulders, and you sit in silence for a while, watching the sunrise pick out all of the broken glass littering the fields, glimmering like a field of stars. Neither of you really know what to say. It's clear your dad feels like he has to give you a pep talk, but there's an oppressive nature to the silence that makes it feel impossible for either of you to start. Eventually he just sighs, and his shoulders slump. I know things seem pretty bad right now, he says. You're telling me. Squinting into the sunrise, it sounds like it's taking all his effort to not cry. Oh, Dad, no. But it'll get better. It has to, right? You're not so sure. At least your mom wasn't here to see this, he mutters. That's the silver lining, I guess. You watch the sunrise together for a few more minutes. After a bit, your dad musters up a brave smile and pulls out a little box tied with a piece of gardening twine. Oh, that's so sweet. Happy birthday, my little rutabaga. Why does he call us these things? Sun Medallion 2. You know what it is before you open it. Your old medallion, the one your dad made, with the sun on it to represent Earth, was broken during the attack. In all the chaos, you didn't even notice. But your dad did. It made you a new one. It's just like you remembered. A similar design with a wormhole this time. To represent Virtumna. You thank him and squint out at the swirling wormhole still barely visible in the brightening sky. It's so massive and awe-inspiring this time of year, but it always seems to herald disaster. You are happy to watch it fade away into the daylight. Your dad slaps you on the back. What a birthday, huh? Here's hoping they all get better from here. Well, I mean, let's not hold our breath. I mean, this last year was supposed to be our year according to the narrative, but I did not feel like it. You both head back downstairs to the wreckage of the canteen, where they've put up a temporary roofing with whatever tarps and scraps could be found. The colony nanoprinters, this few that still run, have been working day and night to replace the necessities of life, but larger construction projects are going to take some time. Aunt Anne has coaxed the kitchen nanoprinters into making soy gruel and pressed bars, life-sustaining but depressing. You and the other colonists eat your breakfast in stony silence as you mentally prepare for the day. Chief Administrator Seek has taken over as interim governor until the council can elect someone new. Last week they held a mass funeral for everyone who died. There's talk of turning the Stratospheric's destroyed front half into a memorial shrine after everything useful has been salvaged. There's still so much to do. I love the idea of a memorial shrine, but I feel like survival is a bigger precedent. Are we still just able to mourn and rebuild? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. I still don't know where Anemone is, and it's scaring me. Rebuild. You're assigned to help out geoponics. The agriculturists have been hard at work trying to salvage what they can of the ruined fields and the destroyed greenhouses, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Your dad has taken over as chief cultivator. Succeeding your mom was already difficult for him, and now there's this. He's never been the kind of guy to hide from hard work, but he's been pretty distant lately. Cal's working in geoponics too, of course. He smiles when he sees you. Hey, Kira, there's lots of stuff to do. What do you want to work on? Ooh. Okay. So it's wet sea. No, yes. What season is it? It's the beginning season, whatever that's called. If we plant now, pending, we might have crops for dust. Animal pens are probably gonna be the fastest thing to produce anything useful, because animals can just like be milked like once a week. I don't know about the greenhouses. Let's rebuild the animal pens. The pens only suffered minor damage during the attack. Weirdly, most of the damage seems to have come from inside the pens, as if the normally tame animals had it stirred into a frenzy. Tangent is also here, though it's not to help hammer and nail things. She's studying the animals, trying to figure out what could have influenced them. She takes blood and hair samples and readings with some sort of complicated brain scanning device. Interesting. Is all she says, not explaining her findings to you or Cal. Everyone is worried that this will be the final nail in the coffin for your food supply after the famine last year. You try not to think about it too hard, instead focusing on just what you can do to help rebuild. Yep. Bye. You're eating in the mess tents when you hear something rumbling. Your bowl and cutlery start rattling. People look around in alarm. Could it be another attack? So soon? You begin to hear the shouting from outside. Someone runs into the tent. There's something falling from the sky, they shout. It's on fire. You join the crowd of people leaving your temporary structure to gather in the colony square. People are squinting up into the milky, quiet sunlight, pointing and gesturing wildly. It's impossible to miss the thing hurtling towards you from space. It's like a great big ball of fire. All I can think about is that one song. Coming straight for you. Is this it? Is this the end? After all you've been through, a meteor's gonna finally land in the middle of your already ruined colony and kill you all. The Heliopause is the achievement I just got. Mars grabs your shoulder. It's another ship, she exclaims. Look, it's another ship. It's another spaceship from Earth. Excitement ripples through the crowd. Could it be? You stare up unbelieving at the rapid approaching ship. The flames of its entry into the atmosphere dissipate, but a thick column of greasy black smoke trails behind it. Soon you can hear the whistle of it rippling through the atmosphere at terminal velocity. That is not a controlled descent. It's an enormous ship coming at you way too fast. The ship's reverse thrusters fire, trying to slow it down so it doesn't smash into a billion pieces when it hits the planet. Everyone scatters to take cover. You crouch behind some rocks, throwing your arms over your head and squeeze your eyes shut. You hear the massive spaceship touch down in geoponics. Holy crap, so like right over that way, okay. Plowing through the fields and grinding over what was left of the greenhouses. Well, how's that work we did today? Okay, well. You're thrown to the ground from the force of the impact as shrapnel and small rocks zing past your head. It grinds along like some roaring monster, cutting a great scar through the colony and kicking up an enormous cloud of dust. Finally, the ship comes to a creaking, shuddering halt. I'm so excited for this. You and the other colonists carefully crawl out of your hiding places, coughing and rubbing your eyes. The new ship is half buried and obscured by dust, but you can tell it's from Earth. You squint to make out stenciled letters. Heliopause. A hatch opens in its side, and its silhouettes begin to emerge. Silhouettes with guns. Soldiers march out of the dust and quickly surround all the remaining colonists. More soldiers form two parallel lines from the ship to the square, their guns in parade rest, and a lone figure strides down the center towards you. Oh god. Lum. Greetings, fugitives of Earth. Oh my god, the cops? The man says, spreading his hands wide. A dismayed murmur ripples through the crowd. The adults exchange significant looks. Chief Engineer Instance tries to slip out of the crowd, but she's stopped by the line of soldiers. The man smiles. He has a broad, easygoing smile that doesn't match the threatening aura of the soldiers, nor the smoking ruins of the ship behind him. I am Commander Lum, he says proudly. As captain of the Heliopause, I have come to render aid and bring you to justice. I am very confused. But, I mean, I guess this makes sense because from what it sounds like, the colony was sort of an illegal thing before it set off from Earth. So they really had, like cops, like, officers get into a ship and chase after us. Are you serious? Try to sneak away? The Heliopause soldiers have the colonists around you, shove you gently but forcefully back into the crowd. Guess I'll listen. Seek steps forward out of the crowd. You're not the commander of the Heliopause, they say firmly. Governor Yutiko was expecting Commander Morikawa. Everyone is surprised. Yutiko had been in communication with the ship for how long? Are you a traitor? Oh, Seek. I am captain of Heliopause. No, he said Yutiko was expecting this ship. So no, he's not a traitor. I am captain of the Heliopause, Lum repeats stubbornly, then adds, according to the chain of command, we sustained significant loss of personnel when we went through the wormhole. Why are you calling us fugitives? You can't help. And why are you pointing guns at us? What's happening? If we were expecting you, are you allies? You can't help but notice many of the soldiers exchanged looks this time. You wonder how many people had to die before Lum became commander. Oh no. As the commanding officer, Lum continues, I declare this colony to be under our protection. As such, you are all now subjects to the laws of Earth. You can't get away from it. Earth follows you. Seek bows. Now, they stammer. There's no need for dramatics. We're a diminished colony, as you see. Governor Yutiko died in the most recent attack. And Fluorescent passed away a few months ago. Fluorescent. Oh. Yeah, our mom. Even technician halitosis is gone. You see, we're quite leaderless. Wait, your mom? What would these Earth cops have wanted from your mom? You notice Chief Engineer Instance is being held with her arms behind her back. She glowers at Gum with unbridled hatred. What is happening? Lum turns to the assembled colonists. Well, why don't we fix that, he declares. Say hello to your new governor. You hear a few gasps of shock and outrage, and Lum raises his hands placatingly. Let's not pretend you don't need our help, he says, and we could simply arrest you instead, but there's no need to demoralize your little colony further. Judging from the number of guns on display, you don't think you have a choice in this. No one knows how to react. A new governor from Earth? And nearly 100 new colonists, most of them trained soldiers? What does this mean for the colony? The crowd disperses slowly, and the council members follow Lum back into the Heliopause, presumably to talk about the future of the colony, you hope. Yeah, our dad's in there, we hope. You track down your friends, so what do you think about these new people, Mars asks. I don't like it. Like, if this was, like, backup, I would be so thrilled. I was excited because I thought I was going to get to meet new people. But this is a tyrant. I don't want a tyrant. I mean, yes, I'm glad they have provisions and things, but is this going to be really a better situation than what we had? This is like a different kind of hell. One, we starve to death. The other is a tyrant that's probably going to kill us as soon as we break a law. I'd prefer one over the other. At least one has some pride in it. That's the starvation one. I'm gonna say they're just gonna boss us around. Because yes, but are they here to save us, really? They're just gonna boss us around. Tangent nods. They don't live here. They don't know what it's like. And they're just going to swoop in and act like they're better than us. She hugs her arms around herself. Do you see what they were doing to Instance? Oh yeah, she likes Instance. The entire colony, now twice as many of you, sets to work on salvaging the wreckage of the Heliopause, tearing it down and combining it with the Stratospheric's remaining engine section. Spirits are high, though these new colonists from the Heliopause aren't like any people you've ever met before. With their uniforms and weapons, they're more like an invading force than a rescue. That's exactly what they are, is an invading force. You aren't sure what this means for the colony, or for your future. I don't know what would have happened if we had Yutiko. I don't know. She's an old woman. What the hell is she gonna do about it? As the dust settles, you rebuild your colony around this new ship, the Heliopause. The new arrivals, soldiers mainly, are aloof at first. Many see you as fugitives. Together, you build new walls, living quarters, greenhouses, and a massive bunkered garrison. The Stratos engineering wing is the only reminder of your old colony. The Heliopause brought enough rations for another 5 years, as well as a rich seed bank and working hydroponics, finally an end to the slow starvation you felt for years. They also have more guns and explosives than you've ever seen in your life. Even the ship has guns. A full stomach, a roof over your heads, and the promise of safety convinces most Stratocolonists to accept the Helios. In return, the Helios decide that you criminals pose little threat. A grudging peace is brokered between the two groups. You decide they aren't so different, really. There are even Helio children, born among the stars just like you. After a month of hard work, you and your dad move into your new quarters. And you have your own bedroom for the first time in your life. You place a picture of your mother on the shelves beside your bed. You step out onto your very own balcony to watch the new colony. Its grounds bustling with so many strangers and strange new ideas. You feel something rising in your chest that you haven't felt in some time. Hope? Excitement? What will the new day bring? You better get out there and find out. Rush outside to greet the day, let's go. I'm kind of anxious. I don't really like this. Oh hey, it's pollen. And the shimmering's not a problem anymore, so that's nice. Especially now that, you know, his mask probably went to, hi, what the heck are you? Hold on, I'll be right back for you, hold on. It's over here. Okay, here's the computers and things. That's where everybody rests, alright. Trying to get my bearings here. Log. You're also new. Okay, I'll be back with you as well. Hold on. Barracks. Oh, here's Diz up on a hill. That suits him. And that's outside. Okay. Everything's so big now. And our dad's over here, and this is the greenery. Egg. Nice. This is crazy. Hi, Dad. Even though it hurts, you find yourself wandering over to geoponics. It feels not good to be here, in the place your mom loved and ultimately gave her life to. But not good either. It feels like when you have a bruise and you can't stop yourself from pushing on it because the pain reminds you the injury is real. Like your mom dying is this huge invisible wound, and poking at it forces you to feel something instead of just being numb. Your dad is taking time off of work. Your parents worked double and triple shifts during the growing season this year, and now that it's over, it just feels so cruel. When people work hard, they should be able to look back on what they did and feel proud. Instead, there's just this huge gap where Mom used to be. You find your dad sitting in your mom's personal garden. It's miraculously starting to grow again, despite being trampled flat during the last attack, and neglected during the famine before that. Still, various Virtumanalia flowers are starting to sprout, as well as hardier earth ones, like dandelions. Your dad looks up and musters a smile. He pats the bench beside him. Sit quietly. Your dad is good at sitting in silence. He holds your hand and you sit together, watching the bugs flit around in the garden. Eventually, he starts to hum quietly. You recognize the old song. An old favorite of theirs, one they used to play after dinner when they would sit and talk for hours, about the future they envisioned on Virtumna. You remember sitting at their feet and playing with your blocks, letting their weird adult words wash over you. They had so many plans. You think about your mom and how much she sacrificed for the future she'll never see. Your dad puts an arm around your shoulders and you sit like that for a long, long while. It's sad. Hello, my little tomato. Your dad's voice rings out across the fields, hale and hearty. You don't have it in yourself to be embarrassed, not during pollen. Now with the memory of him struggling to breathe so fresh in your mind. Are you coming to check in on your old man? He teases you. He takes a deep breath, holds it, and lets it all out comfortably. I'm doing great. No congestion, no sneezing, and I definitely don't want to take a hike outside the walls. Your dad pulls you into a big hug, ruffling your hair. He smells like sunshine and dirt and sweat, and you've never been happier to breathe it all in. He's alive. Feel like he probably would have died had we not done that last year. +1 to and from other social cards. Ooh. Okay, so this is a really good one for, like, a social straight. I'm proud of you, he says quietly. You can pull off miracles, kiddo. I do my best. You know me, man. Do my best. Dog boy. What you look like is a dog boy. The colony's full of new people. Everywhere you look, you see a stranger. It's disorienting. After growing up in a closed spaceship, you were never expected to meet any other humans that weren't made here on Virtumna. You bump straight into one of these people while jogging through the colony. Oof. He laughs at you and holds you steady, brushing the imaginary dust off of you and giving you a wide-fanged smile. Hey, it's one of the kids from the Heliopause. Oh, hey, it's one of the kids from the Heliopause. You think his name is Rex? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a dog name. It's like Buddy, and I know that there are probably people in the world named Rex or Buddy, and I'm not trying to insult them, but no, it's not. Hi, hello, wow. Hey, what's up? Hey, I'm Kita. Welcome to Virtumna. All the energy in the world. Sure. Let's do it. Hey, I'm Kita. Welcome to Virtumna. You stick out your hand and shake his, and he laughs. You notice he's wiggling his dog ears. They can really move independently. Pleased to meet you, he says. I'm Rex, and I love to shake a paw. I know a ton of tricks. He winks. He's making dog puns! Is he allowed to do that? It's cute. Rex, augment. I mean, it's kind of hard not to notice what augment he has. Rex puts his hands against his cheek, looking cute and lost. Hey, since I'm new here, do you think you could help me find the construction yard? I think I might apply for a job there. Are we gonna flirt with this person we just met? I'm a romantic, yes we are. For you, anything. His eyes widen as you wink suggestively and he grins, wiggling his ears and lolling his tongue out like a dog. It's so adorable, is it? I might just take you up on that, he says. You tell him everything is a bit changed since the Heliopause landed, but you think the construction yard is still near command. He thanks you for the directions. So what does their stuff start at? Oh, it starts at nothing. Which makes sense. I don't know why Sims started at 4. Especially when his starts at nothing. I thought maybe it was a balance thing that Sims started at 4. And it might be. Maybe he just has less events because he's the alien and you can probably only find him outside, but... Oh god, your mom's blacked out. You goes black. It's awful! Okay. Actually, what's his portrait look like? Do I get to see it? Yeah. Oh, full body portrait! I guess he's cute. Hi. You've seen Nami Nami. Her name is not Nami Nami. Learn Nami Nami name. I'm not trying to make fun of people's names. I'm really not. It's just Nami Nami sounds like eating. You know, like nom nom? I mean, it's cute, I guess. Nami Nami's cute. Can we just call her Nami, though? Around since the Heliopause landed. They're around your age and barely 1.5 meters tall, only coming up to your shoulder. That's short. Well, actually, I mean, I am 5'1", so... What's 1.5 meters? How much is that? I'm looking it up. Hold on. Never mind, my fiance told me. 1 meter is 2.2 feet. That's very small. You've never seen anyone dress as strangely as they do. Hi! Their voice is high-pitched and quick. Oh god. I'm Nami Nami. It's short for nomination. Your name is Nomination? Also, why not just make it Nami? They do a twirl and a bow. You introduce yourself and... ask about their gender. I mean, I really don't care what your gender is. If I like you, I like you. I myself am bisexual, so... Her outfit's cute, but I don't particularly care about fashion or asking about it. I probably would just say, hey, I like your outfit. What do you do for fun? Well, Nami Nami begins. Kind of a bit of everything. I like designing outfits and reading manga and learning about dinosaurs and cool xenofauna and robots and aliens and watching anime and playing Laser Fable, of course. Mostly lately, I play Laser Fable. It's so fun to play it outside in the great big endless outdoors. Nami Nami dances in a circle, waving their arms and gesturing at your surroundings. Get Nami Nami to calm down. I do not believe that's possible. This person just kind of radiates energy to me. Challenge them to a game of Laser Fable. Politely extricate yourself. I'm just gonna walk the fuck away. No, let's do it. Let's play Laser Fable. Let's go. You're on. Nami Nami helps you install it on your Heliopause and explain the rules. Laser Fable is an augmented reality game. Oh, so cool. Where you bounce hologram lasers off real objects nearby. Oh, neat. It's speed-based, so you're running around and bumping into each other, and there are extended house rules about when it's legal to block each other's lasers. 63, holy crap. Okay. Can I make that a 4? Yes, I can. 4, 5, 6, let's go. Why would you ever play this? Like, this card. Why would you ever play boring? It's not good. It's not a good card. Unless you're trying to make everything a single number, but I don't see why I would want everything to be 1. 1 is a very low number. Okay, next. So we need 20. Oh god, I did not draw good cards. Okay. Perfect. 5 kudos if it equals goal. Awesome. Nice. Right on, sister. Sorry, right on, sister. Oh, nice, she liked that. Nami gives you a high five, then a couple of quick flicks on their gauntlets gives you a kudos for winning. Oh, nice. They explain this is how they always play Laser Fable with the kids from the Heliosphere. Except they mostly don't want to play anymore. They say they're too old for it. They just want to be soldiers now. Except Rex. He's cool. He's still cool. Okay, I'm guessing you and Rex are probably going to get together if I decide not to pursue either of you. Which, I don't really know you both, so I don't really have an opinion on that. Because let's be very clear, if it came down to, like, any of the characters, it probably would be Diz at this point. I just feel like Diz and I have had more moments. Okay, so what the heck are we gonna... Can we go out? Can we go outside? What does Sim have to say about... Oh, wait, there's this guy down here, right. Hello. Oh, you're Vase. Hello. This new boy from the Heliosphere is a couple years older than you. Oh. He's very handsome. He's okay. And the missing arm gives him a heroic battle-scarred vibe. He stands tall and ready for action, even though it's a normal, boring day. The other recruits milling around the garrison give him a wide, respectful berth. He sees you staring and gives you a curt nod. My name is Vase, Lieutenant Olivatius. Lieutenant Olivatius. Wow, what a name. He says, considering you with a glint of challenge in his eye. And you are? How do you introduce yourself? I'm just a kid. I practically run this place. I'm a soldier like you. I'm into science. I'm an explorer. I'm a hard worker. I just want to have some fun before I die. I feel like that's correct at this point. We've had so much death. If we didn't realize death was inevitable, I feel like we do now. I'm an explorer. Yeah, I feel like that's the most accurate portrayal of us at this point. His expression doesn't change. Is that right? He says, with the air of a boy who's hard to impress. Nice to meet you, Kita. I hear it's been a rough couple years for the colony. Lucky thing our Heliopause came along just in time, he continues. Don't worry, we have some of the best soldiers, the very best. We'll keep the colony safe. Are you one of those best soldiers? We train as a team, but, Vase says, then clears his throat. Yes, I've won more than my share of zero-G judo matches and virtual riflery tournaments. Even competing against adults, he adds. I bet I could take you. don't do combat. I mean, I bet I could take him, but that's not really the point. I don't want to flirt with him. I don't really care for his disposition. He seems a lot less friendly than the other guy. He's gonna have to earn my affection with the disposition he has. I think either of these. They're both kind of... Oh, what the hell? Not intimidating. Aggravating? Being planetside is totally different. You tell Vase that firing a virtual gun is nothing compared to running for your life through the jungle while a wild Unisar hunts you down. A Unisar? Vase says, leaning forward a little, his eyebrows raised. Did you actually say something to him? Did you actually say something interesting to him? That sounds like a fun sport. I'd like to try it sometime. Okay, well, cool. Nice to meet you. Oh, I wonder, is that all of the romance options? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it is. I think it's so weird that Sim's one of them. Yeah, because I remember reading in the summary description when I bought the game that there was going to be 10 of them, so I was like, so I can count them when I get them. Because I assume that's what the hearts mean. That and friendship, of course. And we'll go ahead and we'll head out. Because I want to see... Let's explore nearby. I want to see how much... Actually, I doubt the area's changed at all. We'll find out. If I don't find any events, I'll come back and load back in. Hold on, I'll come back for you. Chief Tiberian Utopia stops you in Diz near the depot. Feel that, she asks? You can feel a kind of ominous distant thumping, pulsing regularly through the ground. If you stand still, you can feel it vibrate up into your own body too, like a massive global pulse. Utopia says, checking a readout on her holopalm. I reckon it's naturally occurring, she concludes. But it's giving me the willies all the same. You two better check it out. Mind you stick together and take readings on the way in case it's dangerous. You and Diz look at each other excited. You follow the thumping, now an audible noise, growing louder, west, until you roughly triangulated its location. You know you're getting close, but it sounds like it's coming from all around you, and your instruments aren't precise enough to help. Follow the sound. Let's go. We got this. Can I increase that by 1? Okay. Oh, because it's not the... Oh, I wasted that. Dang it. Okay. 4, 4, 3... That's not a good card for that. No, I'll use this one. Man, I'm just not... 25. Oof. Oh, no skill change, that's the first. You find a machine? An ancient broken down machine, like a small pyramid-shaped building made from some kind of dark stone or bone that looks almost like it grew that way. Thud of the thumper. Except it isn't broken. It's just so very old and overgrown, it looks more like a pile of rubble and roots than a building or engine or whatever it is. Still, a thumping noise comes from inside it. The vibrations are strong here, making your guts feel weird. You don't notice at first, but there's a curious path on the ground moving away from the machine. A line half a meter wide through the dirt is a little more worn and bare. It heads off in a straight line to the west, or coming from the west. Could animals have made this path, or the thumper itself? Analyze the thumper. It's definitely not natural. On some parts of the thumper, you can see what might have been writing once, carved deep into the not-quiet rock. It must be thousands of years old. Whatever part of it still works is deep down in its core. It has a funny smell, too, sweet, like something fermented. Puffs of air come from vents near the top, in time to the thumping. You also note that the animals here are a lot more aggressive than usual. Even the insects buzz more annoyingly overhead. Your scanner registers higher levels of attack pheromones. Whatever is going on, the fauna don't like it either. There's so much happening on this planet. Eventually, you head back to share your findings with Utopia. Totally an alien civilization, Diz insists. Dude, we're not supposed to tell people! Utopia scratches her head. I suppose. Maybe, she says. You said it looked ancient, right? Perhaps there could have been a civilization here long ago. We have found other signs, but nothing active like this. It seems to be pointing west or receiving something. She snaps her fingers. There's some right ugly rigid lines out there that have kept us from checking that direction, but we got gliders and motivation. That's half the battle. She makes a note on her hollow palm. I'll open up the western wrestling ridges for surveyors, she says, then grins. Whew, say that 3 times fast. Unlock survey the ridges and expeditions. We'll have to stick together out there. Diz looks at you curiously. Sure, if you're scared, he says. I'm trying to freaking just be nice, man. I saw him down there. Hotbys are usually docile little creatures. They don't even come up to knee height. They eat grass and hop away when you come near. But something has riled this group up. You see them fighting each other, getting in close, then rolling onto their backs and kicking with their big feet, hunting each other up to 2 meters away. It's neat behavior, so you sit and watch until you suddenly realize you're surrounded. They've stopped fighting with each other and they're all staring at you. They pounce. Defend yourself! Ooh, card gets +1. 4. There we go. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Straight. 5. 4. 3. 2. Perfect. I know I don't need it, but I like to try to max stuff out. I guess I don't have to. Go. The cute little critters kick you, but you kick back. You send them scurrying off to pick on smaller creatures than you. Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to get over to him. Can I get through here? No? Dang it. Geoponic engineers have set up a work site here using the roboplow to tear up the ground and prep it for farming. You stroll up to the farmers with a wave and take a closer look at what they're doing. They ask if you want to help. No thanks, I'm good. What's happening over here? Oh, nothing is. I gotta talk to Sim. See if he knows anything about what happened. You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blob grass. Totally transparent, the sticky fronds are hard to see, but even harder to ignore. Especially once they start glomming onto your boots and slowing you down. It's like trudging through thick mud. You stubbornly decide to keep going, paying close attention to visible signs of this blob grass field. And there aren't many, just an absence of other vegetation. I'm not... throw this away. I don't like that it adds 10 stress to me. Who wants to do that? Let's do 3, 4, 5. Oh, I had another round. I didn't have to use it. There it is. You can hop along from that rock to that fallen log, then climb over those old pieces of surveying equipment. You get through the villainous blob grass. You spend a bunch of time on it, though, and it takes some tricky balancing. It's tiring. Oh, come on. I just want to talk to Sam. Oh, No, I was almost to Sim. Dang it. Oh, there's Anemone. How are you doing? Seems fine. I guess I probably would have had an event with her had I mourned with everybody else instead of working. But wanted to work. I wonder if this place still has a place for us to sit or not for... Oh, wait. I don't know where stuff is, guys. I'm so sorry. Be patient with me. It does not look like it. The Helios have replaced the old garrison dojo with a huge underground bunker. It's much larger and better supplied, and a buzz with activity. Soldiers drilling, weapons being cleaned and inventoried, and animals herded into cages for study. You can't believe how many soldiers are down here. It must be the safest place on the planet. Relax on the wall. Okay. That actually wasn't new dialogue, so... I actually like this card. I'm keeping that one. Okay. I kind of want to go to the ridge, if I'm being honest. I do want to talk to Sim, but I'm sure I'll find him in the ridge since he seems to be anywhere else outside. Yeah, let's do it. The only way to the resting ridges is by glider, part vehicle, part kite, and all adrenaline. You land on the rocky, broken up spine of the nearest ridge and nearly fall over when you look down at the plummeting slope into the basin below. You are a long way up. Diz and Utopia glide in beside you. Woo! Utopia exclaims, "You handled that glider like a champ, Diz. You too, Kita." She peers down over the slope of the ridge. A lot more exciting than the swamps, right? I want you two to stick together out here. It's dangerous in those ancient Convergent Domain ruins. Convergent Domain? Ruins? You look around, the landscape is like nothing you've ever seen before. This cracked soil gives way to steep cliffs. Oh, sorry, dry. Cracked soil gives way to steep cliffs. And what little vegetation here is brittle and sharp. You can feel the dry air wick away the moisture in your lips. Wait, what the heck is that? Who am I talking to? What is happening? Cute. Oh, what is that cute little nose doing on your cute little face? Okay, I get it now. It's what we're finding or doing. Are we talking to Diz? Why would you say that to Diz? I'm so curious. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, we're talking to her. I wouldn't have said it if we were talking to her. God damn. Utopia narrows her eyes at you and just stares you down. Then she breaks into a grin. I don't know what you're playing at, Keita. She puts an extra emphasis on her accent. But you ain't getting any special treatment from yours truly, just for buttoning me up. You'll have to put your weight just like the rest of us, rest of the surveyors here. Now go on, kid. Try not to fall off a cliff. I didn't know I was talking to you, ma'am. My apologies. I wish it had specified. Okay, there's a flower over there. Oh yeah, can I like... Should've did it before this. Every so often you see absolutely massive creatures here, like giant snake dragons, with thousands of legs and shimmering scales. They're so large that if one crosses your path, you're in for a wait. Which is exactly what you're doing. The gargantuan dragon has been slowly lumbering over this ridge for at least half an hour. Oh my god. I'm so impatient, you guys have no idea. This sounds like hell to me. Its body disappearing into the heat haze of the chasms on both sides. Its feet slowly undulate across the cracked soil, making shushing noises and scattering boulders in its wake. Heck yeah, climb up on its back! Frick yeah. The creature is moving more than slowly enough for you to climb up using its large, soft spikes as handholds. It's going to take hours to get anywhere interesting, but from up on its back, you can see farther. Also, there are other creatures up here. You've climbed up right next to a cluster of Dorbs moth, heads tucked under their wing like they're sleeping. There's even a bush bub, or rather, it looks like a pile of rock and some twigs. Wait and see where it's going. Holy crap, going down the chasm. I'll climb the other side. Easily done. You're free and clear on the other side of the commuter train creature. I'll try a different one next time. That sounds really interesting. What's down there? So many places. There's a strange heat haze shimmering across the path ahead. Oddly, it doesn't clear up as you get closer. The mirage effect is very strong. The refracted air makes it look like there's a pool of water on the ground and plants waving around it, but something is just off about the illusion. You can't put your finger on why. Investigate. Let's do this. I keep forgetting to equip that gosh darn... It's my own fault. Why? Why is it 2? +1 from use collectible. Because I changed it. Oh. My bad. Nope. Oh my god. The faster you move, the faster the mirage disperses. You approach cautiously. As you do, you realize what is wrong about the mirage. It's impossible. The plants on the other side of the haze are different. Not just wibbly-wobbly from layers of air, but bigger, older. And it's a different time of day, evening, not morning. Then you see her. It's you. Through the heat haze, you see yourself in the distance walking toward you. You move to the edge of the mirage and peek around it, but she isn't there. You can only see her through the heat haze like some sort of doorway or mirror. Jump through the mirage. Just watch. You just stare at the figure, the person who looks and moves exactly like you. Then you both slowly, carefully approach the mirage. Like mirror edges, you both raise one arm. Your right and her left. You touch them together. Then the other you says something, but you can't hear. You can only see their lips move. Is it important? A message from the other you? You're desperate to know. But the mirage fades. heck was that? Ooh, crystal. Yeah. Looking for an event. Okay, hold on. I'll come back to you. I just want to check out up here first. Okay. Alright. Probably gonna have to come back here more than once. The flies here are awful. They come out in the heat of the day and buzz around you incessantly. They don't bite. They seem to want something from you. Maybe the water or salt from your sweat. You hope they aren't laying eggs. This calls the most annoying ones rod flies because they're long, flexible sticks with a bunch of wings. They swarm in clouds around your face no matter how hard you try to shoo them away. He says they remind him of Mars. But there are other ones too, like the ones that just a big eyeball with a couple pairs of little wings. They make a loud buzzing sound and are always just out of reach when you try to swat them away. Today, your personal nemesis is one of these eye flies. There was a whole bunch of them earlier, but only one has persisted. It's been following you, staring at you all morning. You and Diz have been batting at it for an hour, but it's a fast dodger. Diz has finally given up and just plods forward. It even lands on his head, but he doesn't care. Be Zen and let it be. Swat that eye fly. We're gonna get him. Okay. Or I could just increase these by 1, and then we could get 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. The eye fly is like the size of a human eyeball and made of concentric rings of rainbow hues, black, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You find yourself staring right back at it. You wonder if the ring has something to do with light refraction. You let it land on your arm. Then you strike. Haha, got it, squashed. 10 minutes later, there is a new fly following you. It's too real. Okay, here's a flower. You're trudging along when suddenly... Oh, I forgot to do the fuck... I forgot to put my item on again. You're trudging along when suddenly you're buffeted by a hot wind. No, like, a very hot wind. Lethal. Lethally hot. Oh, jeez. The ridges are already baking, but all of a sudden it feels like you're trapped in a nuclear reactor. Your skin dries out and your lips begin to crack. Your eyeballs feel like sandpaper. Find the source. You take careful reading from a distance, triangulate them, and discover the source of the wind. A red, sports ball-sized crystal emanator, hidden in a small crevice. When you smash it, it doesn't shatter like crystal. It almost looks as if it could have been organic. Was it some kind of defensive barrier? Yet another weird mystery of these ridges. We're probably getting closer and closer to Sim's colony. These are just like defenses for their colony. What's this way? Ooh, another event. A crystal. Is that all that's over here, though? They do a really good job with the map design, by the way, because you really can't see past anything. The sun goes behind a cloud and you feel a light splattering of rain. It sizzles into a dry, hot ground around you, providing a little relief from the heat of the day. Then you realize, I forgot to... You don't see a single cloud in the sky ahead of you, and it almost never rains in the western ridges, resting ridges. The plants here rely on nighttime dew for moisture. Look up. Oh, it's fine. A herd of float cows are bobbing overhead like hot air balloons, drifting west in the prevailing winds. You've seen these creatures being milked in the colony farms. During migration season, their helium sacs swell to make them lighter than air, so they can safely travel great distances. You've also heard that what they use for ballast. This wasn't rain at all, it was float cow piss. You try to dodge another shower, but it splatters down on you, soaking your head and shoulders. Ah, gross. At least the heat makes it evaporate quickly. Hi, Sim. I knew you'd be here. Can I do something about that? No. Okay, so it came up to the same... Oh, it's another one. It's down here. Ooh. Nice. Question mark. Strange device. I'm super curious about stuff. Hey, Sim. You're walking up a trail when you're caught by surprise. It's Sim, and he's running? I forgot to do my medallion! Okay. I need to stop forgetting to do that. You're knocked to the side as he pushes past you, running in the opposite direction with barely a glance. You shout and chase after him, but after a few seconds it becomes clear you don't have a hope of finding Sim when he doesn't want to be found. You turn and continue along the path, and around the next bend you spot a familiar face. Utopia. She's collecting rock samples with a pickaxe like an old-timey prospector. Who the hell was that? She demands. Who? I didn't see anyone. Utopia squints at you. The man who just ran past, the tall guy dressed in black, how did you not see him? She hangs her pickaxe off of her shoulder. Whatever, just watch where you're running, okay? The gravel's loose around here, and maybe check in with Doc Instance. Get your eyes looked at. You agree, happy to be out of this conversation without any trouble, and continue on along the path before Utopia asks any more questions. You walk for a couple minutes before you see Sim again. He seems to be in good humor despite the close call. Oh, he says, leaning against a tree. It is tiresome to be so secretive. He wipes his eyes brimming with mirth. It is such a pleasure to be around you and Diz, and to not have to hide myself. He sobers quickly. I do appreciate your discretion, he says. It is not the right time for the gardeners to be formally introduced. To do so too early would cause a great degree of chaos. Yes, even the female surveyor, he continues. I do like her, but I have learned from my limited experience with your kind that adults of your species do not react well to surprises. It is good you're here, though, Sim continues, as I do need something from you. Data. What? Sim holds up his hands. Please do not be alarmed, he says placatingly. I do not mean sensitive information such as personnel or defenses. I mean only the contents of your digital cultural archive. Like holovids? Sim smiles. Yes, exactly. Your holographic recordings of movies, music, books, cultural artifacts only, I promise. Why? Well, Sim says, isn't it obvious? I wish to know more about your kind. I wish to learn how to... He struggles for the right phrasing. I wish to learn how to act in such a way that is not so discomforting to humans. I don't believe you, but sure. I'll do it. Sim's gentle smile grows warmer. Truly, he asks, clasping his hands. Oh, I thought it would take a great deal more convincing. You are surprising. It's such a pleasure. You tell Sim that you can likely find a mem drive in engineering and fill it with the data he wants. I don't do blackmail. I don't do blackmail. This is blackmailing. I don't like it. I don't mind, like, Q&A, but to, like, ask for, like, a kiss or something in return is, like, really bad to me. It's the equivalent of blackmail. So, let's just do a Q&A. But you have a few questions of your own. That's fair, Sim says. It must be frustrating to feel as though the truth is being withheld from you. Ignorance is not a yoke your kind bears easily. Please trust me when I say that my inability to answer your questions is born of circumstances beyond my control and not a lack of desire on my part, he continues. I have full faith that you will know everything soon enough. Probably. I probably will. So we have to go to... Did we say engineering? Ah, look in the... depending on how far we get, I'll just look in the... yeah, we're fine. Utopia sent you and Diz to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Up close, you can't help but get the sense that they're alive somehow. They're angular and hard to the touch, but they have a sort of sponginess and warmth to them. That's a little disconcerting. They emit a humming noise. Diz pokes one with his finger. Weird. It almost looks like they're breathing. Steady them. I forgot again. I will remember. No, that one's more effective when it's a... 5, 5, 4, 3. Why are my yellows so bad? Probably because I'm not very good at yellow. 5, 3, 1. Yo. Win. Yay! You notice that they hum the loudest at midday, under full sunlight. The few crystals that have grown under shaded outcroppings are less vibrant than others. They kind of look like convergent domain tech, don't they? This says, like the organic obsidian or the crystals embedded in the ruins. They hum loudest at midday under full sun. A few crystals have grown under shade. Outcroppings are less vibrant than others. Let's try uprooting one. They do have roots, and they're really tough. You dig around the base of one and expose them so you can see. They're made of the same glass, but rough and frosted, and warm. Much warmer than the surrounding soil. The roots go down deeper than you can dig. You won't be able to remove one without breaking it. On a hunch, you cover one up with some ferns. After an hour, it stops vibrating. Something deep inside it has gone dormant. The crystal turns clear, like the ones that were shadowed naturally. When you remove the fronds, its color returns. Oh, so it's like photosynthesis, Diz exclaims, but it's not a plant, right? No, it has roots. I guess we gotta break it if we're gonna take back a sample, right? You wiggle one of the crystals like a loose tooth. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Boom. What the hell? You're thrown by the explosion when the dust settles and you brush off the shards of warm crystal. You realize that some of the nearby crystals have also exploded. Are they connected underground? Yes, I know a mycorrhizal network when I see one, Diz exclaims. They're alive like fungus, but also kind of artificial, like the convergent domains buildings. I bet they were used to harvest energy from sunlight, like living solar panels. I wonder if they've been growing wild this whole time, or if they're still powering something. He stops. Wait, are you okay, kiddo? I'm good, dude. I'm maxed out for my stress, but I'm great. You dust yourself off and scribble excitedly in your survey notes. This is an important scientific discovery. I know, I gotta go home. I have so much perception. I couldn't imagine, like, never stepping foot outside the colony. What that would be like. Okay, Tang doesn't need me. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody needs me. Okay, I gotta talk to our dad, though. He wants to talk to us. Yeah. Just the person I was hoping to see. Your dad jogs over with a sunny smile. Hey, you want to get your hands dirty? Well, more dirty. The survey teams are bringing in a ton of animals we're working on domesticating, and we could use your help. You already know your way around a shovel, so I figured you wouldn't mind stopping by sometime and giving your old man a hand, he says, pointing towards the animal paddocks. Cal is helping out too, so you'll have a friend to work with. And if you happen to be out with the survey teams, keep an eye out for more animals to bring home. Yes! Finally! Sure thing. Your dad smiles. Great. See you there. I don't consider it enslaving animals. I'm not that crazy. I don't like to hurt the trees, but, you know, having pets is fine. As long as they're happy, that's what matters. Cats don't seem to mind. Okay, we have to rest. So, we tried resting in the military wall, and that didn't trigger anything. So, let's try the greenhouse, I suppose. Relax in the park. Nope. The garden is full of people from the Heliopause. They move around in clumps of 2 or 3, gasping in awe at every new flower. The helio is much faster than the stratospheric was, so they spent a lot less time and space to get here. Their memories of Earth are much more fresh. You can feel your hop-eye starting to trust you more. They're still pretty skittish, and you don't want to see what those claws on the end of their foot can do, but they seem to a lot more relaxed in your presence. You're petting it when it starts to chitter at you in agitation. Whoops, what's wrong, Sir Hopsalot? It flips on its back and wiggles, its light stomach fur looking impossibly soft and enticing. Do you dare? Or is it a trap? Challenge. 63, okay. This is the most important challenge I've had this whole game. Oh, man. I was really hoping. Okay, well. You're too smart to fall for this trick. After a few moments, Sir Hopsalot seems to lose interest. They spot a bug circling lazily overhead and flip back onto their foot, chittering as they begin to track it with their 4 blinking eyes. Gain pet hop-eye 2. Gain 2 less stress, plus 2 bonus to pairs. Oh, that's helpful! That's really good for like when we go out. Yeah, but I like these. Okay, can I please change this? I keep forgetting to do it, and like when I remember, it's too late. Can I please? Damn it. The Virtumanalia Festival is a welcome day of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic year. Despite some lingering rivalry between the two factions, Virtumanalia is a chance for Helios and the Stratos to come together and appreciate the bounty of the planet. At least that's what the adults say. As Governor Lum takes the stage to address the colony, you can't help but notice the crowd has segregated itself according to their ship of origin. Rex shoots you away from over the Stratos side, and Nami makes a silly face. Face is surrounded by young soldiers, all looking sharp in their Heliopause uniforms. With Tangent standing beside you, you wonder if the 2 ships will ever feel like a colony. A fanfare plays over the square's announcement system, and Lum's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rifles. Greetings, people of Virtumna, Lum says, his voice ringing out over the square. We may be far from our beautiful Earth, but we can still celebrate and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction and should be proud of our work. The Helios cheers. Your side of the square is more quiet. I know some of you have been asking, Lum, how are you going to do it all by yourself? How are you going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn this planet into a paradise, and look this good? No one's thinking that. Lum strikes a pose to a smattering of polite applause. Well, I have the answer for you, he continues. The old council made a lot of bad choices, like illegally leaving Earth. But I believe in second chances, so I've appointed the original department heads to my own council, Lum's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me, he laughs and makes a finger guns at the department heads at the foot of his podium. Stay on your toes, Stratos. This is why I don't like him. That's not a good joke. I also want to promise everyone here today that we're going to make Virtumna safe for humans, Lum says. The next time those I think it's supposed to happen as those bastards at Xenos attack, we're going to plow them to so many little pieces there won't be enough left to wipe our boots. We've already got the defenses, he says, gesturing broadly to the new, taller, thicker walls. And we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe. Big cheers from both sides this time. Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who lost family in the last attack. Lum goes on for a while, lionizing the Heliopause's military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up the square for the afternoon festivities, some traditional and some new. At the tables, Auntie Anne and the kids are setting out the spread for dinner. There's an unimaginable amount of food thanks to the Heliopause's huge ration surplus, and the piles upon piles of xeno meat from the hunting parties for those who can stomach it. Anne is all smiles, clearly making an effort to move on, as Lum mandated despite still mourning her lost son, Calm. Oh, brave woman. But not even the festive atmosphere can force a smile onto Amone's face. I miss my mom. Cal hauls a massive tureen of stew onto the table. Yeah, me too. He adds quietly. She should have been here to see this. I think she would be proud of how hard we worked in geoponics. The chime sounds to announce that the square is set up for the annual competition. What do you choose this year? Oh, hey, new crap. Organizing and persuasion. That's really cool. No, we're doing trivia. Oh, really? Okay. Instance is too busy to organize the science fair, so you do a Helio tradition instead. Trivia night hosted by Congruence. You, Tangent, and Nomi all sign up. I miss the science fair, Tangent grumbles, but I've been memorizing facts to prepare. Okay, great. Oh, +1 to and from other. Crap. Oh, I see. I mean, that's still a pair of 3, so that's not bad. Oh my god. Much harder than I initially thought. Yeah, that's an awful card. That's a card to put, like, right here. Okay, let's just kind of increase some cards here. So that we can possibly beat this. Oh my god, 40? I did not think about this. I might actually lose this year. Why is it? Oh, because it's a +1 to the. Can I increase this by 1? It wouldn't help, would it? No, it wouldn't. Is it worth it? I need. Oh, fuck. We need some to increase. Let's increase this by 2. Got it. That's fine. We're gonna lose some stress anyway. You get most of the questions right. All that studying and watching holovids definitely paid off. Nomi shrugs off their loss. Tang tries to, but you can tell she's actually kind of ticked off she didn't win. Yeah. After the festivities, the mood in the colony is a lot lighter. You see people smiling easier and often see mixed groups of Helios and Stratos socializing together. It feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. Okay. I'm going to have to leave it here. As much as I want to keep playing. But we are going to have to leave it here. I've been streaming for... Not streaming, oh my god. I have been recording for longer than I meant to. And I need to stop before I record for too long. Oh my gosh. Lots happened. We have new friends that I don't particularly care for. And I hope we get more time with the new characters because at the moment they're falling kind of flat. Because we're halfway through the game and they're only now getting introduced. So hopefully we get more time with those characters to love them or hate them, either way. Uh, but I look forward to seeing where this all goes. So yeah, I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye, guys.